You do not fear peasants with rifles. That is the rule. For years, German commanders believe it with the confidence of victors. They believe modern war is decided by speed, radios, tanks, and doctrine. They believe militia formations, men pulled from farms and forests, break when steel moves fast enough. They believe winter is an inconvenience, not a weapon. And they believe the Red Army, especially anything called militia, exists to be swept aside. This belief survives Poland. It survives France. It survives the opening months of Operation Barbarossa, where entire Soviet armies vanish into encirclements measured in hundreds of thousands. By November 1941, this rule hardens into arrogance. German field reports dismiss fresh Soviet units arriving near Moscow as poorly trained, badly equipped, and already beaten. Asiatic troops, some officers sneer. Siberian peasants. The rule seems unbreakable. But in the winter of 1941, outside Moscow, one Siberian division does something German commanders insist cannot happen. It does not break. And a German division disappears. You are Colonel Viktor Ivanovich Polosukhin. You are 42 years old. You are not a political officer. You are not a propagandist. You are a professional infantry commander forged in the Far East, trained for hard country, hard weather, and harder fighting. You command the 32nd Rifle Division, men drawn from Siberia and the Far Eastern Military District. These soldiers are not militia in the way German intelligence understands the word. They are hunters, lumbermen, railway workers. Men who grew up walking miles through snow before sunrise. Men who know how to keep rifles functioning at -30. Men who have drilled for years expecting a Japanese invasion that never comes. In October 1941, everything changes. German army group center smashes toward Moscow. Vyazma falls. Bryansk collapses. Entire Soviet fronts disintegrate. The road to the capital opens and panic ripples through the city. Government ministries evacuate. Factories dismantle themselves while still producing weapons. Stalin stays. And then comes the order. Your division boards trains heading west. Thousands of kilometers roll by beneath iron wheels. When you arrive, Moscow lies less than 120 kilometers behind you. German reconnaissance units already probe the approaches. This is not defense in depth. This is the last line before the capital. Your orders are simple and impossible. Hold. Strategically, this moment matters more than any since June. If the Germans break through here, along the Moshaevsk defense line, the road opens directly to Moscow. No rivers. No prepared fallback positions. Just exhausted units and a city bracing for siege. You take position near Borodino. Yes, that Borodino. The same ground where, in 1812, Russian forces bled Napoleon's Grande Army white. The symbolism is not lost on anyone. You deploy roughly 11,000 men. You face elements of the German 10th Panzer Division and supporting infantry, veterans of France, equipped with tanks, artillery, and confidence earned through victory. German officers glance at maps. They see Siberian Rifle Division. They smile. You dig in. Winter is coming. The first probes begin before dawn. You hear them before you see them. The distant cough of engines, the metallic clatter of tracks on frozen ground. German reconnaissance units advance cautiously, expecting little resistance. They expect to find frightened conscripts. Instead, the first German patrol walks into a prepared kill zone. Machine guns open at 300 meters. Not wildfire. Disciplined bursts. Mortar rounds follow within seconds, walking calmly across the tree line. The patrol collapses. Survivors crawl back stunned. German reports note something unusual. The fire is accurate. By mid-morning, the real attack begins. Artillery hammers your forward positions. Shells tear open frozen earth. Trees snap like matchsticks. The air fills with splinters of wood and steel. Your men stay down, pressed into snow already turning gray with dirt and blood. Then the tanks come. Panzer IIIs and IVs advance in line, infantry following close behind. German commanders expect the usual sequence: shock, retreat, breakthrough. At 800 meters, your anti-tank guns open fire. A panzer shudders. Smoke pours from its engine deck. Another slews sideways as a track explodes. German infantry scatter, diving for cover that does not exist. You move along the line, boots crunching on frozen ground, shouting orders. Runners sprint through shellfire. Telephone lines hum with reports. You do not counterattack yet. You wait. The Germans regroup. They bring up more guns. They pound your positions for hours. Frostbite sets into fingers gripping rifles. Snow melts, then refreezes. Men chip ice from bolt actions between barrages. At 1,200 hours, the second assault comes. This one pushes deeper. German infantry breach your first trench line in places. Hand grenades explode at arm's length. Rifles become clubs. Bayonets flash in white fog. For a moment, failure feels close enough to touch. A regimental commander reports his left flank folding. You commit reserves. Fresh companies surge forward, not running but moving deliberately, rifle steady, boots finding purchase on ice. They hit the German penetration from the side. Automatic fire erupts at 20 meters. German soldiers fall where they stand. The line holds. German officers begin to realize something is wrong. These men do not retreat when tanks approach. They do not freeze when artillery lands close. They do not run when flanked. They counterattack. On November 17th, the temperature drops below -20 Celsius. German engines struggle. Lubricants thicken. Starters fail. Your men, wrapped in padded jackets, keep moving. At 0600, under cover of darkness and snow, you launch a limited counterattack. Not a reckless charge. A calculated strike. 2 battalions advance silently through forest tracks your scouts reconnoitered days earlier. They emerge behind German forward units just as dawn breaks. At 300 meters they open fire. German lines erupt into chaos. Radios crackle with frantic calls. Units report being attacked from the rear by forces that should not exist. You exploit it. Mortars pound assembly areas. Snipers pick off officers trying to regain control. German artillery fires blindly, shells landing among their own infantry. By midday, German commanders order a withdrawal to regroup. You do not let them. You press. Every kilometer costs blood. German supply columns bog down in snow. Ammunition runs low. Wounded men freeze where they fall. Then the revelation hits German headquarters. This is not militia. This is a trained division fighting in conditions they cannot match. Losses mount. Companies shrink to platoons. Platoons to squads. A division designed for maneuver warfare bleeds itself white in static fighting against men who refuse to move. By November 25th, the German division opposing you has lost thousands, killed, wounded, or incapacitated by cold. Tanks stand abandoned, fuel frozen in lines. Commanders request relief. Relief does not come. Because everywhere along the front, the same thing is happening. Fresh Siberian divisions are appearing like ghosts from the snow. At the midpoint of this nightmare, after German confidence finally cracks, pause for a moment. The fighting continues. On December 5th, the impossible becomes real. The Red Army launches a general counteroffensive. You attack alongside neighboring units. German forces, exhausted, frozen, overextended, begin a retreat that quickly turns chaotic. Entire formations pull back without orders. Heavy equipment is abandoned to the snow. A German division that mocked Siberian peasants no longer exists as a coherent fighting force. It is shattered. What German commanders do not understand immediately is how much has changed. The failure outside Moscow is not just a setback. It is the first strategic defeat of the German army in the war. The myth of invincibility shatters. Hitler fires generals. Orders harden. Retreats are forbidden even when survival demands them. German planning shifts from victory to damage control. The presence of Siberian troops, released from the Far East after intelligence confirms Japan will not attack, reshapes the entire Eastern Front. The Red Army regains initiative. Moscow stands. For the first time, German soldiers write home not about triumph, but fear. Fear of winter. Fear of an enemy who does not collapse. Fear that the war will not end quickly. The battle outside Moscow marks the line between blitzkrieg and attrition. and attrition favors the side willing to endure. Colonel Viktor Polosukhin does not live to see the end of the war. In February 1942, during fighting near Vyazma, he is killed by artillery fire while directing his troops. He is 42 years old. His men bury him in the frozen ground he defended. Thousands of soldiers from the 32nd Rifle Division never returned to Siberia. Many lie beneath snow that melts and freezes again year after year. But they stopped the Germans. They helped save Moscow. And they prove that the rule, "You do not fear peasants with rifles," was never true. To this day, the forests west of Moscow still hold fragments of steel and bone. Quiet reminders of the moment arrogance met endurance. If this story moved you, please hit that like button. Every click tells the algorithm this piece of history is worth remembering. We're dedicated to rescuing these forgotten stories from the archives. If you want to join us on this mission, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Where are you watching from? Drop a comment with your city or state, and tell us if someone in your family served. Thank you for ensuring that Colonel Viktor Polosukhin and the thousands of men of the 32nd Rifle Division do not disappear into silence. They deserve to be remembered. If you find this kind of forgotten military history as fascinating as we do, we'd be honored if you'd hit that subscribe button. We believe these stories of courage and sacrifice deserve to be told. And by subscribing, you help us ensure they aren't forgotten.